Hi, I'm Mike Tenney, host of Pop Culture Catechism on Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Word, a reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have come not to abolish, but to fulfill. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one letter, not one stroke of a letter will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Therefore, whoever breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. We continue today with Jesus's famous Sermon on the Mount. And one of the major themes of the Sermon on the Mount is not just to follow the letter of the law, specifically what the law says, but the spirit of the law. And he says that explicitly here. Don't think that I've come to get rid of these laws, because he's very critical, especially of the Pharisees, who are very focused on the letter of the law. Like they want to follow it to the T. They want to be dressed the right way. They want to follow the right fasts. They want to follow the right tithes. They want to do everything exactly right. Don't you dare step out of line on the Sabbath even a little bit. And Jesus is very critical of that because he sees them missing the point that it really is all about loving God and neighbor. But he's also very careful to say here that you don't get rid of the laws. You don't get the solution to rigorism, where people are just like so concerned about the laws that they forget about the people. The solution to that is not by getting rid of the laws, but by reflecting on the meaning behind the laws. And I think that's the mistake a lot of people make, and a lot of us make sometimes, because our church has a lot of rules. Let's own it. Catholicism does have a lot of rules. And I think a lot of times the response to that and the rejection of that, if we don't understand them or they don't speak to our hearts, is we think, I'll just get rid of all of that. We don't need all those rules about poverty and sex and when you go to church. But we're losing something there, because the purpose of those laws is to take us deeper. And so Jesus is trying to give us new eyes to see. I haven't come to get rid of these laws. I've come to fulfill them. I've come to show you a deeper meaning. So it's not just enough to, later on, he'll say, don't just not kill, but don't even have hate in your heart for your brother. Don't just not commit adultery, but don't even lust after someone in your heart. He's taking us deeper from the letter of the law to the spirit of the law. And so the next time you're faced with one of those situations where you're like, why is this a church rule? Like, why do I have to go to this holy day of obligation? Or why is there this rule about this? Try to remember that it's not for no reason. And it's not just for this rigoristic, you got to follow the rules, you got to follow the rules. It's really to take us deeper into the love of God and the mystery of his love for us. I have been Mike Tenney, and this has been Awaken the Word.